All right, so let's get cracking. So we're going to start with our exam style assignment website tour. Now, exam style assignments, as I mentioned, were produced and made available last year. And on the website, which I'm on now, you can access them in a couple of different places, but I will show you the quickest and the easiest. So hopefully the website is familiar to everyone, and the exam style assignments are accessible in the assess area of the site, which I will go into here. And these exam style assignments are actually set in the same way as you would set any other end of topic assignment on GCSEPod, and you can create them either from scratch if you want to build your own, but what's much more popular, as I'm sure you can imagine, are the ready-made exam style assignments. So let's click ready-made. And first thing first, we'll choose a subject. Now, Ben is a history specialist, so to honour Ben, we will go down to history. But we have these across all of our subject areas, and that includes subjects like design and technology, and some of the more practical subjects, we still have these available. So once you've chosen your subject, you need to toggle this little exam style filter in the top left-hand corner. That's really important because it will remove all of the other end of topic tests and leave you just with the exam style. Now here you can set it's set for AQA, and this can be set in your advanced admin area if it's incorrect, or you can change the exam board here. Select the exam that you would like the students to complete and click OK. Now every exam style assignment has been built by a specialist just like Ben, so there is no requirement for you to review it, but we do recommend that you check it out, make sure, most importantly, that it covers the areas that you want it to cover. Last year, a lot of teachers were setting these and removing any topics that hadn't been taught. So the way you would do this is in the View, Add and Edit section. Here, I can do exactly as it says. I can view every question. I can add questions should I need to, but most importantly, I can edit and remove questions. So if there is coverage of a topic that you haven't taught, you can simply delete that very easily in this edit tool using the bin icon. Now, depending on the style of question, it may or may not come with a mark scheme. So this is a free text question, as you can see. There is actually a resource booklet, which you can see here, which the students are provided with. And then because it's free text, we have actually included the mark scheme. Ben will talk more about these later on. Here, the teachers can actually view the indicative content, and you can edit this and add your own should you wish. So if there is a particular style of marking that you want your teachers to be using in your head of department, you can add your own indicative content into this box here. Once you're comfortable with the questions, you can save. And then to set this for a group of students, you simply click the button here. Now you can set this for a whole year group. That's no problem at all. You would simply click groups and then choose year groups from the list. Now, if you're setting it for a whole year group, you can then add markers. So let's say I was going to set this for the whole of year 11. Click OK. What I might want is every year 11 teacher to then mark their own class's work. If that's the case, I can add additional markers here. Okay, so I click teachers, choose the other teachers, and then click OK. That will give those teachers access to all of the student results for this assignment, and they can then mark the work, and you can obviously review their marking for standardization. If you prefer though, you can also set work for an individual or a group. So for example, I may just set this for my history class, and then I can encourage the other teachers to set these for their individual classes, in which case these markers are not relevant. When you set an exam style assignment, you have the option to schedule it for a future date, and you can actually set it between 2 time periods. So you can run it like a real exam. For example, I could set this assignment to start tomorrow at perhaps in the morning, so at 9 AM, for example, and then I could set the end time for the assignment to be tomorrow at 10:30. So you can set these with a window within which the students can complete them. And this can be used very successfully if you're trying to run a trial exam or a mock exam under exam conditions. Now, once you're ready, you click schedule, and that goes off to the students to complete. So let's have a look at it from the student's perspective just briefly. So we click here. So we are now logged in as a student, and you can see the assignment here. Now, this is an example actually of a combination of different questions from different papers, so you can see the variety. Now, this is a French question, so this has actually got a listening activity to complete. So the students would listen to the activity or to the French audio and then complete the question. If it's a geography assignment, for example, as this one is, this is the AQA style paper 3, you'll see it may include a resource booklet or additional resources. If it's English, it might be a poem for the students to read before answering a free text question. Some questions are multiple choice, in which case they will be marked automatically, so a lot less marking for you. And in some questions, there may be the option for the student to upload resources. And this is an English question, and I'm sure the students can answer it free text, but you can actually set the ability for students to upload a file. For example, if you needed them to upload an image of a diagram that they aren't able to do using their mouse and keyboard. Once they submit the assignment, they will not see the results, and that's really important because it avoids cheating. So they will only receive their results once you release them. So finally, if I go back to the teacher site, okay, so I'm back on my assignment homepage. Any exam style assignment I've set will then appear in my list of assignments. So here is a history one that I've set. Once all the students have completed it, or as they're completing it, you can then start to mark it if there are any free text questions. So I have a nice history example here. So these are ones where the deadline is actually in the past. So let's go down to this AQA style assignment here. We'll click mark. And the marking has been built to mimic a real style examiner. So for free text questions, if I click on the needs marking button, it will open a small window which can then be easily expanded so that I have the indicative content on the right and the student's answer on the left. I can then award my mark very easily just by entering it, and if needed, I can leave feedback for the student in the written box below. That then goes back to the student to review, and they can answer that feedback if necessary.